What's up, guys? What's up, Inland Empire? I'm Jessica Q, your host of What's Up, Inland Empire. And we've got another amazing show today with Eric.
Hello.
From Route 30.
That's right.
Brewing Co. How are you doing, Eric?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. And of course, you brought some
absolutely
delicious gifts here for my team. They're going to love that. Make sure you drink after work, guys.
I stopped doing beer podcasts in the morning so I can actually drink on the podcast.
So you can drink. Hey, you know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So Eric's here today to talk about his brewery.
Yes.
And talk about some exciting news, some new things coming up. So Eric, let's first start off with tell the audience a little bit about Route 30. Like, how did you start Route 30?
It was just me and my best friend Tom at the time. We literally were homebrewing beer in my mom's garage for 4 years until we came up an opportunity to open a very, very small brewing location. And it's been about 8 years now. And we've grown quite a lot. It's been a great experience. It hasn't all been highs, but it's been good.
Okay, so now it's been 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years of operation.
8 years of operation. So 4 years really doing it in your garage.
Yep.
And okay, first of all, let's start with the support that you'd get from your parents to be brewing beer in the garage. Because I'm sure
Not a lot.
I was going to say, was it tough?
My mom thought we were going to burn the garage down. She's like, is this legal? Like, the feds going to come out? I was like, we're not distilling liquor, bro. You know?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because you guys were, I'm sure you were making it for yourself. So you were like, or your friends when you'd have parties, it wasn't like you were, or were you like already like business mode?
Not necessarily, but we got into business mode pretty quick.
Okay, you saw.
So we had been making beer for maybe a year or something, and at the time I had a friend. I went to her house and I gave it to her father, and he's like, "Oh, that's pretty good. Let me know if you need help opening a business." And I was just like, "I was just bringing you a beer, man." And that's kind of the origin story of Route 30. And from that point, we didn't know how serious he was, but we started taking it more seriously. Like, we brewed on a schedule. Like, it was every Sunday we did 5, maybe 10 gallons of beer.
Wow.
Just trying to work out the kinks, learn that, there's a lot to learn on brewing. And even then, 4 years of home brewing, go into professional brewing, we scaled up our recipes and learned very fast that we don't know what we're doing. Major course
it's another
corrections.
level. And I'm sure when you're dealing with a smaller like keg or, compared to, what do they call the big old barrels?
Fermenters.
Yeah. And, you're dealing with that. So how many do you currently have?
Fermenters? I have 13 fermenters.
Wow.
I have 3 30 barrels, 4 20 barrels, 4 15 barrels, a 7 barrel, and a 3.5. I think that's 13.
Okay.
But, yeah.
The fact that you have them all memorized.
And a barrel is 2 full kegs, like the large kegs.
Okay.
So those 30 barrels, that's 60 kegs per batch.
Wow.
So we could put out just over 1,000 kegs a month if we
1,000 kegs
maximum capacity. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's cool to make that much, but can you sell that much?
Yeah.
So,
you could.
So
you
room
could.
for growth.
Yeah. You guys have amazing beer. So yes, you can.
That's at our new location. Our old location, we only had 7, and they were all like 7 to 10 barrel.
7. Oh, so there's so this is a whole nother.
This is just recent.
We're gonna talk about this too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into this new, venture location and all that. I'm excited to talk about that with you today. I just kind of want to rewind because you talked about a dream, and there was somebody that saw the potential. So this man that said, "Hey, let me know if you want to help start a business."
Yep.
Is he the one that helped you guys
He is the one. So my buddy Tyler at the time worked for the chamber, and he went into Thompson's Brewing, and they're in Riverside, and still are. And they were trying to sell their location. And so he came to me and he told me, "Hey, I got this little brewery wanting to move out." And so I went and checked it out. It was cool. It's small, but that's okay. And so we reached out to this guy again, and we're like, "Hey, were you serious? Let's go have a beer." And so he met us, and he looked around. He's like, "Let's do it."
Okay. And when you guys met and you had a beer, what kind of beer was it?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Was it a craft beer?
So, okay. It was probably a Belgian.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
Thompson, he did a good job of having a lot of beers up, but it was probably a Belgian.
Nice. Okay, cool. And then so you took over this location. So that's your first location, Indiana, right? It's kind of like hidden a little bit. It's
very hidden.
It's in those warehouses. I remember that's where I first met. You and your partner and your team and everybody.
And it took us about 6 months to get open from the time that we acquired the space, and then we've been there ever since, and we just moved out, a month ago or 2 months ago.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you have downtown Riverside.
And we have downtown Riverside. So in 2019, we opened up downtown Riverside the day after Thanksgiving, I think it was. Black Friday.
Right. I remember that.
Because that's when the festival starts, and we were downtown.
Perfect timing, right?
It was killer, yeah. It was tough getting open in time. We almost didn't make it.
The permits in the city and all those
permits
issues
and just getting ready. We spent Thanksgiving Day with a regular of ours, loading up trucks of kegs, taking them downtown. That's how we spent Thanksgiving Day that year.
Oh my goodness! But you're thankful for it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's a great experience.
Still made dinner, just didn't get to hang out with everyone.
That's awesome. So, like, how has it been with this new location, the downtown Riverside location?
It's been good. Obviously, COVID was rough. I think we spent a total of 12 months closed. We only had 3 to 4 months open before COVID hit. And we were told to shut down. So
you're really, you guys are brand new.
So we barely made it. But those 3 to 4 months, honestly, probably one of the biggest reasons we didn't make it, because business was really good during those months. And so we were able to kind of get our stockpiles back up, and then COVID hit, but we had it.
And then you closed for a whole year?
It was 12 months total, but not exactly consistently, because I think we opened up in June for 2 weeks, and then the state had another shutdown, and then I think we opened in November or something, but just on the patio on like weekends, and eventually we got full open by, I don't remember exactly when, but sometime in 21.
Okay. And now, because, there was all these like, you could do beers to go, and they were trying, like, it felt like, there are ways to make money, but it's hard. You don't have food.
It's tough. Because
you had to have food, right?
Downtown, you did have to have food to sell beer on your location, but you didn't have to have food to sell beer to go. And we did beer to go downtown for a little bit, but the tough part is it was so new, not everyone knew we were there, because downtown's business is mostly just people passing by.
Right.
And there's not a lot of living downtown, so there's not a lot of people going downtown to get beer to go. Like, we sold a lot more beer to go by a mile up at our Indiana Avenue location, just because we had such a good regular customer base up there, and people just like going to the brewery too. So,
no, it's
and that's where we were, and they wanted to see us. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it was exciting when you could actually just get out of the house, even if it was for like 10 minutes, to get beers to go.
10 feet away in a mask.
Yeah, I know. You're like, hey,
I miss you.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, thank goodness those days are behind us.
Yes, they are. And that's kind of like when we get to the expansion, we're very excited to be back up on top of the hill, because it took us a good year and a half to kind of climb out of that. I called it my COVID hangover, but really, certain debts that may have piled up, things like that, and getting back on top of the beer, and so we're finally back into it.
And mentally just getting back into it, right? Because I feel like the pandemic just kind of just threw us all off a little. So
a little bit. It was a good reset, though. I mean, I took a lot of time at my house to just think about what we're doing, and then when we get back to it, we had a new game plan, and so it had its positives, it had its negatives, obviously. But it's just good to have good problems again. Like, we've always had problems, but they're mostly good problems, and then COVID is all bad problems. So I'm okay with having good problems.
Well, let's we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna go into the new exciting stuff going on. Cool. All right, guys. So a quick message from our sponsor. Are you ready to have a white and bright smile? Then it's time to order Qattawai Wowi. Go to QattawaiWowi.com to learn more about this system that works in 7 days to give you a bright smile. Use code podcast and get $20 off. And we are back. Amazing Qattawai Wowi. Guys, you got to get Qattawai Wowi if you want a bright white smile. QattawaiWowi.com. Thank you guys for being a sponsor. Okay, so we're back, Eric. All right, let's talk about the new project, the new location, the expansion.
Yep, we're going to become the biggest brewery in the area by like a 20-mile radius.
Yes,
very excited.
Ooh, I know other brewery owners are listening right now. They're like, no.
Actually, it's been very positive. We didn't know, what kind of feedback we'd get from the industry, but everyone's very happy for us. Some of the guys are proud of us. We were the youngest owners, and so some of the older dudes like, man, we're really impressed with what you're doing. And it's good to hear that, and that's why we love the beer industry. It's a very close industry.
It is.
It's
it
not
really
a cutthroat thing.
So. No, everybody supports each other.
Yeah, we support all the breweries in the area. We stay active in the guild, which is to fundraise to help bring in educators for the breweries and things like that. So.
Right. Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah. The Inland Empire Brewers Guild, which you guys just had the beer fest, which is a lot of
White
fun.
Park. It was a great time.
It's always
We'll probably
a great
do
time.
it again next year. So if you didn't make it this year, definitely come see us.
Yes. Actually, yeah. They can get connected to, well, your socials. What is it? Route 30.
Route 30 Brewing.
Mm-hmm. And then for the Inland
Guild
Empire
has its own page too. It's just Inland Empire Brewers Guild.
So you can be connected with the event. But I'm sure you post about all the events too.
We do, yeah.
Are you on the board still?
I am currently the vice president.
Okay, VP. But you were president last year.
I was president last year, and then my vice last year stepped up to be president this year. And part of the deal was I'll be vice.
Okay, there you go.
It's kind of the same board. We just shuffled a little bit. I told her, I was like, yeah, I'll back you up. We'll do this. So
I love it. Yeah, it was a great event.
I'm not on the board next year, though.
No, well, you're going to need to focus on this new location and this growth. And now you're making way more kegs, more beer to sell, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. I'm so excited for you guys.
No. So we recently sold our Indiana location as an asset sale to a new business that's starting up called Carbon Nation Brewing. So what's kind of cool is they're going to be a third generation brewery in that spot. It's kind of unheard of. So it'll be the third brewery to operate in a spot where the previous two breweries both expanded out of it.
I love that.
They're excited at the opportunity, and we were excited that someone was interested. So
it's like it's a lucky spot, huh?
Well,
right?
I think so.
Yeah,
it seems to be that way.
Cool.
So, but and within that, we went and acquired a new space in Riverside. Used to be a brewery. It recently shut down, and we were able to acquire a lease to the space, and now we're trying to acquire some of the equipment that was left behind.
Okay.
So it's an ongoing thing, but yeah, that's going to be our space.
But you have
there.
the keys.
We have the keys. We're in there working. Got a big trench, putting in a grease trap. We're already doing some paint, changing lights, things like that.
Awesome. So, and this place has a kitchen.
It has a kitchen. We're working on that. Part of the grease trap going in was the previous tenants couldn't cook raw food and stuff like that. So we don't want anything to hold us back. So we're getting fryers and griddles and all that jazz. So we're going to upgrade the kitchen a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be cool.
You have a menu.
Yeah. Having food is huge in the beer, you know. It can be a headache. And that's the whole thing. We're learning a kitchen now. Like, I'm not a restaurateur.
Yeah, no.
I'm a brewer, so.
Right, exactly. No, it's really two different, areas, sections. You know what I mean? You've got the beer, making the beer. First of all, I mean, you guys are making beer. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you're just getting beer from wherever and putting it on tap. So you actually have to sit there, make the beer, make sure it's good.
Yeah.
Then now you're gonna have a whole nother area.
Yeah. Well, luckily after 8 years, making the beer is the easy part, and we're excited to have the new system that we want. There's always a system Tom and I have dreamed of having. Like, we've seen it at conferences, and we were going to commission it to have it made brand new, and it was like a 6-month lead time and quite a bit of money. And Tom was on Pro Brewer Classifieds, and he came across the exact system we were going to commission up for sale. Only been used for 4 years. We called that guy. He's like, oh, I'm getting a lot of hits on this. I didn't expect that. I know they're hard to tell him. Like, that's a little underpriced.
Oh,
but he's like, I guess whoever gives me money first. And so I was like, what's your bank account number?
No
Sent him a
way.
deposit, flew out to Boston, drove into Nashua, New Hampshire, checked it out, kicked the tires a little bit, ended up buying it, shipped it across country. And so we're putting that in the new spot. It's a 10-barrel system.
Oh, how
it's awesome. So we can brew up to about 30 kegs at a time on it if we max
30
it
kegs.
out.
Okay.
So those big tanks I was telling you about, we can fill them in just 2 turns. Whereas the previous system that was in there would take 3. So we're going to save ourselves a little bit of labor, and we're going to be brewing on something we've always dreamed of. So, which is crazy. You come from 5-gallon batches to 300-gallon batches.
300 gallons. That's amazing. That's so inspiring.
Yeah.
Because you and your best friend, just were having fun, being passionate about something, and it turned into all this. Like, is that amazing, guys? Like, make your dreams come true. It's possible, believe in yourself.
Lots of hard work to it, but push forward. It kind of happens. You don't even realize it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, every now and then I have to stop and look around like, oh, man.
This is my life.
We're doing it.
Right?
We used to talk about this type of stuff in the garage, and now I'm sitting here like, we're doing it. And it's pretty cool. I pinch myself every now and then.
Right, yeah.
It's
amazing.
Very fortunate.
And this new location, I mean, it's the beer, the kitchen too. Now it's like everything in one. It was nice to have these vendors come out, because I know you'd have like the food vendors, and it's fun. This is another level for you.
And all my food vendors are very sad. They're like, oh, we'll get to serve at the new spot, right? And I was like, well, we're serving at the new spot. Sorry. Yeah. Unfortunately, so we won't be.
Maybe you can have like because I know that you have a parking lot, so you can maybe occasionally do like food truck events or something.
About doing some kind of festival where we could bring in trucks.
There you go. Still connect them.
But having food every day is going to be huge. We'll be open for the lunch hour. I mean, we're open at 11 a.m. or we'll be opening at 11 a.m. at that spot. Yeah,
I think that you just bringing in the food is going to probably increase your sales by 60 to 70%. I feel like
they say. Yeah. I mean, the big thing with food is it's not extremely profitable. I mean, you're not going to take a loss, but you're not going to make a lot of money out of it. But it sells more beer.
Yes.
How many people have come into my spot and they leave because it's dinner time? And now we get to retain that customer.
Yeah.
So. And I think it's better. You're serving alcohol. If you can have food on site, that's just better. Keep everyone kind of even keel. Yeah. Not drinking on an empty stomach. So.
Yeah. That's so funny.
It's got benefits to it.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. Opening date. When I know it could definitely change, obviously. Yeah, but what is your goal?
Further away.
Yeah.
The goal is July. So ABC
has
changed how they do certain things, so it's taking a little bit longer, and we are changing kitchen equipment in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so that comes with some permit issues of its own. So we're working on all this. My mind's going 8 ways to Sunday right now, but we're hoping July. I think that'd be good.
Okay.
I think it's a good goal.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
The sooner the better, of course.
Sooner the better.
We're all waiting. We're all ready. Yeah. But cool. That's so awesome. Now, is there anything out to the craft beer community you want to say or tell them, or any messages you want to give to the local community?
Even Riverside, as far as Riverside's concerned, we just love you all. Appreciate the support that they've always shown. I mean, we wouldn't be here if people didn't enjoy what we do. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. So. Grateful for everyone that supports us, and we hope to continue to put out good beer for you. And and we'll be distributing soon. So if you're at your restaurants or other bars, keep an eye out for Route 30 because we're gonna start putting tap handles all over the place.
Oh, watch out! Leveling up, heck yeah! I love that.
It's gonna
be
awesome.
Good for you! Yay! I'm so excited. I've known Eric for a while, so I'm very happy for you and proud of you. Great job.
Thank you very much.
It's exciting to see you guys grow and everything. So
thank you.
Okay, and so before we sign off, did you want to just tell everybody about the beers that you did bring today? Something they can look forward to when they visit? I just brought
some of the winners. So Hazy Day, everyone probably knows Hazy Day. That's our number one seller overall.
Oh my gosh. So we actually collaborated together for with Hazy Day and an Envy Media craft beer that we gave out to our clients. And so it was for gifts or just to give out. But they're a big hit, and that's Hazy Day. So
yeah, people love that one. And then I brought Raztastic. It's a good seller of ours, but Raz is special to me because it was the first beer to put us on the map. When we had opened up, we had only had a couple beers on tap, and then we learned how to make a kettle sour from a brewer in the industry, and we made a raspberry kettle sour. And I think we were the first, not the first in the city, but one of the first in the IE, a close follower to who did it first. But anyways, no one had ever seen it, and it would sell itself. People come in, they see a glass of pink beer, and they're like, what's that? And how do I get one? And so this was the first thing.
It looks like juice. It literally looks like juice.
I mean, there's a lot of fruit in it. It's real fruit too. We don't use extracts. So I think this is 172 pounds of raspberries per 200-gallon batch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a lot of raspberries.
That is a lot of raspberries.
But it's delicious.
Yes, it's so good.
And then Pilsner. We believe in everyday drinking, if you just want to have something low ABV. And so that's our Route 30 Pilsner.
Kind of like a light. It's your light beer.
It's just a go-to. You're at the beach, you're golfing, you don't want to be drinking the heavy stuff. Yeah. So that's what I brought.
I love it. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. And so, guys, if you want to go check out Route 30, you can go find them on Instagram, Route 30 Brewing, on Facebook as well.
Yep.
Or you can actually come into their location right now.
Come downtown. So we're only open downtown for the next couple of months, down on Mission Inn Avenue, right across from the Mission Inn. And that Instagram is Route 30 Brewing _DTR.
DTR. Okay. And then very soon.
Yes, Sterling Avenue.
Yes, Sterling Avenue in Riverside. Let's give them a quick location. So you exit off of the Magnolia.
Heading west, you exit off Magnolia.
On the 91.
Yep.
And then it's right there off Sterling.
Pierce.
It's by like a shooting range or something.
Yeah, it's right across the street from a shooting range.
All right, guys. So make sure you mark your calendars. We're so excited for you guys. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being on the show. Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.